Hey, wrestling fans, once again, it's me, Monty G here. It is time to do my predictions for the granddaddy of them all. That's right, Wrestlemania is this weekend, yes! Now, as we all know of, unfortunately, due to the coronavirus, this year's WrestleMania, which will take place at Raymond J. Stadium in Tampa, will not take place there. They've been doing all their performances of the Raw, SmackDown, and NXT at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. And what they're going to do is it's already been pre-taped. It was tape recorded, I believe, on May 25th and 26th. And it's going to be broadcast tomorrow and Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Daylight Time. And they're going to have it at certain events other than the WWE Performance Center. And also, there's also been some other changes on the card due to the coronavirus and injury. Now, from what I've read, it looks like it's going to take place 2 nights because they wanted to limit the amount of wrestlers in the ring. They will not have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. That's going to be removed from the card. Rob Gronkowski, who signed with the WWE, he's going to be the guest. He's going to be the guest host on tomorrow night and Sunday night. The card has undergone some changes to limit the amount of wrestlers in the ring, and of course, also due to injury. One particular is Rey Mysterio, who is reportedly set to face Andrade for the U.S. Championship belt. They're not going to take place because of virus concerns. Dana Brooke was supposed to take place in the Women's Championship elimination match with all the other women, but she's not participating because of coronavirus updates. And we're all aware about Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, who unfortunately is immunocompromised due to his battles with leukemia. He requested to be pulled from the card. He will not face Goldberg at WrestleMania 36. I believe, if I'm mistaken, Braun Strowman is going to be taking his place for WrestleMania 36. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. There's also been some other things that have been taking place. I think Andrade was supposed to tag up with Angel Garza to face the Street Profits for the Raw Tag Team Championship. He was removed from the match because of injury. He was replaced by NXT's Austin Theory. And Triple H will not participate in this year's WrestleMania, but that was planned even before the virus broke out. This is his first time he will not take place in a WrestleMania since WrestleMania 23. And that's basically what's been going on. It's going to be hard trying to... I'll still do my predictions, but I just want to give you an update for guys who really don't follow the back ends of the WWE. And I'm pretty sure AEW has also been affected by the virus as well. And they also had to make changes, keep the amount of wrestlers limited in the ring, the personnel limited as well, to try to do the social distancing that everyone else has been doing. So trust me, everyone has been affected by this virus. So in the meantime, let's see how well I can do my predictions. I've actually been doing pretty well. My last 2 predictions, I've only been off once. So let's see if I can keep my good streak going. Let's going to start off with a singles card. Probably could be the first match of the night. I don't know. We're going to have Otis versus Dolph Ziggler. And now this is all because of the Mandy Rose situation. We had this back in February where Otis was supposed to have this hot date with Mandy Rose. She stood him up. Next thing you know, Dolph Ziggler comes into it. And they've been playing on this storyline for a while. So now we have this matchup between Dolph Ziggler and Otis. I think this is going to be a pretty good match. Could be a nice way to start off the card. I don't know if this is going to start off the card. As much as Dolph Ziggler is good in the ring and if WWF really wanted to push him, I think he would be an excellent main eventer. But I think Otis is going to come out on top on this one. So I'm going to give the match for Otis. And he might do something with Mandy Rose. Maybe smack her butt. For the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship, we have the current champions, the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Now, it's been amazing. The Kabuki Warriors have been champions for a while now. Be interesting to see how this is going to play out. I believe that it's time for them to drop the belts, and I'm going to go with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross will become the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. For the WWE IC Championship, we have the current champion, Sami Zayn, with Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Daniel Bryan with Drew Gulak. Now, I find this kind of incredible how they did this with Braun Strowman facing Sami Zayn, Cesaro, and Shinsuke Nakamura, and Sami Zayn came up with the title win. I felt that was kind of weird, and I kind of felt that was kind of I felt bad for Braun Strowman because he really does deserve a title, and I'm sorry that they took the belt off of him. But I think because the guy's so big and so strong that it would be impossible for anyone to actually for him to beat him. I really don't know what this is going to be about because I have no clue how WWE is going to book this. It's obviously that Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak are trying to mesh with him. Maybe they might become a tag team, and Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak will go to the tag titles. So it's a possibility that Sami Zayn could win the match here. Um, I don't know if Daniel Bryan ever has an IC title run. I don't remember. I think he's always had the world title and the tag team championships, but I never seen him with the IC title. So even though as much as I would like to see Daniel win, I think for some reason they're going to keep the belt on Sami Zayn because he really hasn't had a title run in a while. So despite my better judgment, I'm going to go with Sami Zayn will retain the IC title. In the last man standing match, we have Edge versus Randy Orton. I think this is going to be a very brutal match here. We all know what's been happening with Randy Orton and the reason why he attacked Edge earlier in the year. And Edge came back, and now we have this last man standing match. I think this is going to be a decent matchup. It's going to be a test to see how good Edge can be since he's come back. And I believe that in the end, Edge will win this matchup. I don't see him losing. He just came back. I believe this is going to be a good match. I think Randy Orton will do the right thing and put Edge over for him coming back. So I believe Edge will win the last man standing match. We have a single matchup here. We have Elias versus King Corbin. As much as everyone despises Baron Corbin, you really got to give the guy credit for what he's done with the King Corbin character. That's what you do as a heel. You do all the good things to make the audience hate you. He's cocky. He's obnoxious. He's everything that a heel should be, and you got to give him credit. He's really played this King Corbin role very well. Elias, I think Elias deserves a win here. We really don't get to see him wrestle much. I know he plays the guitar and all this stuff like that. We really like to see Elias win this matchup, but I really don't know what they're going to do with this one right here. It wouldn't surprise me, and I'm going to go on ahead and give King Corbin the win here. In another singles matchup, we have Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley for Atlanta. Here's a good one right here. You know, I like Aleister Black. I think the WWE has kind of booked him wrong, but he's such a probably because he's such a hard striker and he works very stiff. And I believe this is going to be a good match, but I believe Aleister Black is going to win this matchup because I believe that WWE is trying to go on ahead and book him strong and raise his character up very well. So I'm going to give the win here to Aleister Black. For the WWE Raw Tag Team titles, we have the current champions, the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford versus Austin Theory and Angel Garza. Now, it should have been Andrade, but unfortunately he's injured, so Austin Theory came in here. This should be one of the better matches of the night. I like the Street Profits. I like how they wrestle. And not that much of Austin Theory and Angel Garza. They're just coming in right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and the Street Profits will retain the Raw Tag Team titles. Although I think it's going to be a good match. And a triple threat ladder match for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team titles. We have the current champions, The Miz and John Morrison, The New Day, and the Usos. Now, this should be the match that one of the better matches of the night. This is a ladder match. I believe they're going to go out and do a good job. You have cases for all three teams to win. You know, I can see the Miz and John Morrison winning. I can see the New Day winning, and I can see the Usos winning. I don't know how WWE is going to book this matchup, but I know it's going to be an incredible matchup. But at the end, I still think that they like to keep the titles on the Miz and John Morrison. So I'm going to say that with all the wildness and craziness is going to go on, is that The Miz and John Morrison will retain the WWE SmackDown Tag Team titles. In the singles matchup, we have Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. Now, they've been feuding for quite a while right now. This is Seth Rollins. He's done real good with his new hero role as the Messiah. He's going to save everyone else. And Kevin Owens, he's pretty good as a counter to that. What can I say? A counter to that. And I believe that this is going to be a pretty good matchup. Um, Again, it can go either way. It's how WWE is going to book this. But I'm going to go on a limb here. I'm going to say that Kevin Owens is going to win this matchup. Although it wouldn't surprise me to see Seth Rollins win, then maintain his heel momentum. But I believe that Kevin Owens might go on ahead and they'll give them and let Kevin Owens win for this one. So I'm going to say Kevin Owens is going to win this matchup. Alright, next up we have The Undertaker versus AJ Styles in what has been called a boneyard match. Now, I tried, but I really can't find out what the rules of a boneyard match are. All I know is it's going to take place in a cemetery. It could be one of the matches that we'll see not broadcast at the Performance Center. It could be broadcast on Sunday, since this is supposed to take place somewhere else. It's supposed to be something. It's not a buried alive matchup or a concrete yard matchup. It's a boneyard match. That means anything goes. I really don't know what the rules and stipulations are. I'm pretty sure once the match begins, the commentators will tell us what this is going to be. This is going to be an intriguing matchup. I'm pretty sure AJ Styles will do his best and will perform very well, but you cannot count out the dead man. So I'm going to go with The Undertaker in this matchup. And a fatal five-way elimination match for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. We have current champion Bayley will take on Lacey, Naomi, Sasha Banks, and Tamina. This is going to be an interesting matchup, especially that we have Sasha Banks will be included in this matchup. Now, Paige introduced us this matchup here, and I find it pretty interesting to see how this is going to be in. It wouldn't surprise me if we see Sasha Banks as the last person, and Bayley and Sasha Banks will have to fight each other. If that happens, I wonder will we see something that we saw before, where we get the poke of doom, where she pokes Sasha Banks down and she actually will put Bayley over. Bayley's had a nice run with the title since she won it. I don't know if they're going to give it to Lacey Evans. I think if she's going to drop the belt, they'll drop it to Lacey Evans. I don't see Tamina or Naomi getting the belt. But it's interesting to see how they're going to play the friendship between Bayley and Sasha Banks. I don't know how this is going to happen, but at the end, I think Lacey Evans will finally get her justice and become the new SmackDown Women's Champion. In a Firefly Funhouse matchup, we have the returning John Cena versus the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Now, we all know this is not the first time that John Cena and Bray Wyatt has fought together before, but this is obviously the Fiend's character here, and it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. I think this is going to be a nice matchup. It'll be nice to see how John Cena is. We haven't seen him wrestle in, I don't know, quite a while. But at the end, I don't think that John Cena needs to win. I think Bray Wyatt needs to get this win after losing the title to Goldberg. So I'm going to give this match to Bray Wyatt. And what should be the main event of WrestleMania, and I'm pretty sure that it won't be, but it should. For the Raw Women's Championship, we have current champion Becky Lynch versus Shania Baszler. Now, I believe this will be the matchup that everyone is looking to see, because right now Shania Baszler, the way WWE has booked her, she is on a tear. I mean, she just literally just took all the women out at the Elimination Chamber matchup when she was in it. She was just destroying everybody in there. She's a monster. And Becky Lynch has had a fantastic run as champion. I mean, I believe she has faced everyone since she won the title at last year's WrestleMania. Here's my take on it. Now, we all know that Shania Baszler and Ronda Rousey are good friends. Now, we've been waiting for Ronda Rousey's return. And it wouldn't surprise me to see Ronda Rousey come up do something to Becky Lynch and have Shania Baszler win the title. And I believe that could be a reason why they have Becky Lynch finally drop the belt, but not cleanly. And that way her and Ronda Rousey will go ahead and feud. But I do believe that Becky Lynch's great run will come to an end and Shania Baszler will become the new Raw Women's Championship. And I believe this is going to be a good match too. For the WWE Universal Championship, it'll be Goldberg, not facing Roman Reigns. It'll be against Braun Strowman. I believe that's what they're going to do. I have no clue as to how this match is going to be booked now that Roman Reigns is not in this matchup. Now, if Roman Reigns was in this matchup, I believe this would be a good match. We have two guys that do spears. It would be spear versus spear. And I was going to say that, Roman Reigns is going to win this matchup because I don't see Goldberg retain the title. I thought that WWE was being nice to Goldberg. He wanted to have another matchup, so they decided to give him the title. But I have no clue what's going to happen in this one right here. I don't know if they're going to let Braun Strowman, if he is going to wrestle Goldberg, beat Goldberg, and become the Universal Championship. It would be nice for that to happen after what they did with the IC title. But the good thing is I think it'll be a nice match. And I'm going to go ahead because I can't see them having Goldberg keep the title. I mean, he's a 50-year-old guy. He really doesn't wrestle that much. He wrestles just about as little as Brock Lesnar. And I don't think they want to have two champions, part-time champions. It's enough what they have Brock Lesnar as a part-time champion. So if Braun Strowman is going to go ahead and wrestle, I believe he'll become the new Universal Champion. For the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, we have the current champion, the Beast, Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre. Now, I believe this is going to be a nice challenge for Brock Lesnar. Drew McIntyre doesn't seem to be intimidated by the Beast. I'm pretty sure Drew will get some good offense in, and I'm pretty sure Brock Lesnar will show how dominant he is. But I believe that WWE is pushing Drew McIntyre to become their next big star. I believe this is going to be a good physical matchup, but I believe Drew McIntyre will become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And for the first time in a WrestleMania, the NXT Women's Championship will be on the line as current champion Rhea Ripley will face Charlotte Flair. Now, this is going to be an exciting matchup and an interesting one, too. I really have not seen Rhea Ripley wrestle before. I heard that she's good. I heard that she's also a mixed martial artist, just like Shania Baszler is as well. I believe this is going to be a dominating matchup, and I believe this could also be a main eventer. And I believe it wouldn't surprise me either way if both would win. But I believe that Charlotte Flair will go on ahead and become the new NXT Women's Championship just to add another ring on her incredible career since she's come out of the gate. I mean, she's dominated the women so far. She's dominated SmackDown. She's dominated Raw. So I believe they're going to let Charlotte Flair dominate NXT. And I believe she'll become the NXT Women's Champion. Now, as I stated before, this was already pre-taped on March 25th and 26th. So they've already done this before. What we're seeing is just a tape version. It's not live at all. There's no guarantee that what I've announced could have changed already. Things are changing so much. There's no guarantee as far as this card is concerned. Could have other changes as well. But I believe despite the coronavirus, this is going to be a pretty good card. It's not going to be a great card because obviously circumstances because of the coronavirus changed everything, but I still believe we're going to have some entertaining matches. I'm pretty sure the wrestlers will try their best to do what they can do despite limitations. But I believe we're going to have an exciting card. And so, my wrestling fans, what do you think? What do you think about this? What are your predictions for this year's WrestleMania? Leave your comments down in the comment section and tell me what you think about this year's WrestleMania. Okay, that's my video for today, guys. Hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, please like and share. Also, if you're new here, please hit that subscriber button and ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime when I put up new videos such as this one. Also, all my social media links will be in the description box below as well. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. I am out.